Necesitas reír.
Hi there. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you may have noticed that the upload frequency has decreased lately, and there is a good reason for this. Usually I do a bunch of silly content, and lately all I've been doing is entertainment talk, with exception to the missed episode. Couldn't control the power outage, and my internet also went down for 24 hours, so that's also why I wasn't on the, yelling at parked cars that day. Nick was hosting. That kind of pissed me off. I was like, son of a bitch, Comcast. Anyway, there is a good reason for the decrease in upload frequency. I've been trying to teach myself how to use Blender. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what Blender is, it's an animation software that's been around for probably 20 years or so. And the reason I'm learning it now versus when I could have when I was younger is now I have the equipment to do it. And when it comes down to it, I feel like learning Blender will increase my production value a lot. And that doesn't just benefit me, that benefits you guys. So my regular uploads won't be as regular because I'll be spending a lot of time learning how to use Blender. But I am currently working on the newest Frank Lee. It is going to be the skunk ape, not specifically Georgia. We're not going to Georgia. It's a skunk ape in a different state. It's gonna be a grand time. I tell you what, man. We're gonna go down there and we're gonna sniff that SOB out, and it's gonna be so good. And then I am currently working on rewriting Rage Reborn. I know I've been talking about that for a while, but now that I have the technology to do it, I want to do it right. So I don't want to release a product that is subpar. But at the same time, this comes with the announcement that I'm going to be diversifying on YouTube and Odysee. What that means is Gnome Fairy Tales is going to get its own channel. Frank Lee will probably get his own channel. Rage Reborn will get its own channel when it's ready for release. And it's so I can put more of my random weird stuff and just entertainment talk on Sir Talks a Lot. And then I can do the dedicated programs on their own channels. So it will be easier to find. It'll be more... when it pops up there, you'll know that that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be some surprise commentary that came out of nowhere. Because I have been thinking about what Drunk 3PO told me.
Yeah. The biggest mistake anyone can make, and this was my mistake, and everybody's mistake, it was, I'm going to do whatever I want. I'll say whatever I want, which is fine. It's your channel. But YouTube doesn't reward that.
And at the time, I was just like, okay, I have to think about that. And because that's always been my thing, is just do whatever I want. But now I fully understand what he means. And it's, what he said was that people will come to your channel expecting a very specific thing. And so I'm going to dedicate channels to the very specific things that most people come for. Frank Lee, Gnome Fairy Tales, my actual voiceover work and stuff like that. And then Sir Talks a Lot will be still home to Mental Dysentery and stuff like that. But it won't be as chaotic and random in the future as it has been as far as content. You'll know what's going to show up on Sir Talks a Lot. It's not going to be news. It's not going to be a Frank Lee. It's not going to be the Gnome Fairy Tales. And it won't be Rage Reborn. With that being said, all of my random shit that I do comedy-wise with Mental Dysentery or oral incontinence, God, if I could speak, it would be fantastic. Have you ever had one of those days where you just like... your brain just like won't lock on to anything whatsoever, and then you're just all like, oh, well, I meant to finish that, and, I got distracted with this shit over here, and it's one of those days. It's been one of those years so far for me, and it's crazy. There's too much shit going on. Barring any more internet and power issues, I will try to be back on yelling at parked cars more regularly. I have no excuse for missing it other than life happens, guys. No disrespect to anybody that's been on the show or anybody that is, or to comics or anything like that. I hope his surgery healing stuff is going well. Screw that whole experience. I've been through the whole surgery thing before, and even if it's a small surgery, it sucks. Unless you have an incredibly high tolerance for pain. Like if you're T.A.L or something from Stargate where where they're like, doesn't that hurt? And he's like, indeed. I love that Stargate show. Heard that MGM got bought up by Amazon. That's actually... I don't know what to make of that because some of my favorite movie series are from MGM, honestly. Bond, Stargate. I'm looking forward to learning Blender and being able to produce good content for you guys. Of course, when the new channels start going live, I will gladly share the links through the main channel. And then I'll make another announcement and all that stuff. So I really hope you guys stay tuned to everything that's about to come. I've been doing a lot of practicing, voice acting wise, just trying to nail down some new things for these projects. Trying to nail down voices and stuff for various characters. I want to talk about this Rage Reborn rewrite so bad, and all the stuff I'm going to do with Blender for it. But I got to learn how to use Blender before I start talking about what I'm going to do on it, so I can show you guys what my idea is. Because if I talk about it, it might not happen, because that's how stuff works for me. But, well, shit, that kind of defeats the purpose of this channel update, doesn't it? Now, no. Man. I'll try to post more regularly. That's what Entertainment Talk is, by the way, is my regular programming that's going to show up hopefully every week on Monday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, in the U.S. Anyway, I rambled for a good minute there, and I should probably stop now. I said everything I wanted to say in the update, and I don't want to get off track again. Entertainment-wise, I've been watching Stargate, by the way. SG-1 right now. We're going to roll into Atlantis soon. And then we'll probably rewatch Stargate Universe. Just because. Man, I got hopes for this freaking... Stargate has a future, possibly, and I'm really hoping that it can at least somehow reignite some of the original. It would be fantastic. But anyway, okay, I'll catch you guys later. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't go anywhere if it's not on the struggle bus. And now the mandatory brain dead silence.